So these are what I like to call a customizer special. Oh man, these smell amazing. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on the Air Jordan 1 High in what I believe is just being called the black and white colorway. They're not on sneakers as of right now, as of the time of this recording. So yeah, so I don't know what they're deciding to call these, but they're very familiar. I will talk about that in a second, but first...
After these messages, we'll be right back.
If you wanted to know our thoughts on the latest sneaker news, well, we've got good news for you because there's a podcast for that. If you wanted to know Chris's thoughts on the latest nerd there's a podcast for that. If you wanted to listen to Mrs. Wing tell really weird stories and maybe learn something new for the day,
there's a podcast for that.
You can find the WearTesters Unlaced podcast, also known as the Pop Culture Podcast, available now on all streaming networks, including right here on our YouTube channel. It uploads every Saturday, so yes, we're making Saturday mornings great again. So real quick, this is the box, just standard Air Jordan 1 High box, but it's in black and white. Very simple, very clean, nothing really to talk about there. These guys, for some of you, especially if y'all have been here, and I don't mean on this channel, but just in the sneaker space for quite some time, you're probably looking at these and being like, damn, those things look familiar. And it's because they are. This shoe in this colorway is essentially a recycled version of the Air Jordan 1 High OG Respect, which was a tribute to Derek Jeter. These are a little bit different than those, mostly in one way and one way only, two if you want to count the insole, but hey, that's up to you. But basically the black portions of the Respect version had, you know, lettering or writing all over it. I don't remember what they actually said. They could have said Respect. It was when they were doing it with the 2, like RE2.
Oh, clever.
Yeah, so, you know.
Is that his number?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
It was a straight up tribute, and much like some of the past releases of the Air Jordan 1s, when light would hit that lettering, it would reflect, and so it would kind of like shine on everything.
It would have been better if his number was 5.
Well, you know, that's, that's hindsight.
Saying, if we go back to pager code.
I'm just saying, they did what they could with what they had.
Okay.
You know what? It would have been better. That should be that's the question of the day. Stay tuned. Now, as far as this shoe is concerned, earlier I called them the customizer special because, hey, if you're missing a pair of Air Jordan 1 Shadows in your collection, not anymore. Just got to paint the white parts gray and you're pretty much good to go. The quality and everything like that is pretty much on par with every other Air Jordan 1 that they have released in the past. I'd say maybe like 1.5 years, something like that. Maybe a little bit less than that. Whenever they did that 2.0 version of the Air Jordan 1 High OG, which is not quite OG, but hey, we're not here to talk about that. It's pretty much the same thing. I know that a lot of people on every version of this shoe, they like to talk about the toe shapes, being like, oh, the toe shape's different, the toe shape's different. I think it's just the color. It's just messing with your guys' eyes because the way that they make shoes, especially like this, these patterns are patterned. You can't not do it the same every time. There are wonkier ways to do things like structured toe boxes, or if they maybe forgot to put it on the correct last, but I highly doubt that that's happening. So yeah, I think that the visual that you're getting with the differences in, you know, what your eyes are seeing with all of these toe boxes is just simply an optical illusion. Not to say that they are not boxy, I'm just saying that they're not all different. They are all the same. Now the outsole itself is very simple, very self-explanatory. It's some of the greatest traction of all time. If you don't have herringbone, radial is probably even better, especially if it's implemented in a way that it allows the rubber to really move and things like that and really grip the floor. That's what something like this does. Moving on up, we have a rubber cup sole. Inside that cup sole is a polyurethane wedge, and inside of that polyurethane wedge is an encapsulated air sole unit. On top of all of that, can you guess the insole? Oh, sorry, I showed you. I just that all up.
Fake dream cell.
It is fake dream cell. So
is
yeah.
it really this time?
Yes, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not stamped with dream cell. So yeah, these things are not as good as traditional polyurethane insoles like what you would find in, you know, the OG style Jordans like an Air Jordan 3 or 4, the ones with the Nike Air branding on the back. Still more comfortable than Ortholite, so you know, if all else fails, there's that. Not glued in though, so if you don't like them and maybe you wanted something else, you can always take that out and swap it out for anything. Now the materials are really what differs between one release to the next. Some have nubuck, some have suede, some have leather, some leather some leather is good. This is right in the middle. So the black portions are pretty much what you would expect if you received any black-based Air Jordan 1 High OG in the past few years. Pretty much that same exact stuff. I wouldn't say that it's bad or anything like that. It's just not like fantastic. What I love about it though is that it's matte, so it's not super glossy. So that's something that I think we all have in common when it comes to black sneakers. Maybe sneakers in general, because even when it's white leather, like I don't like it when it's glossy. It looks real tacky, you know what I mean? But like that's usually the common thread whenever I read through the comment section on most of these like simple black and white colorways. It's just like, yo, they look amazing, but why is it so glossy? You know what I mean? That's how I feel too. Like sometimes it's just like, I don't want to look like I'm wearing patent leather unless I'm actually wearing patent leather. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just one of those things. If you like that nice flat matte look, this is it. Again, if you wanted to paint these gray, telling you can paint these any color. This is that simple, classic black and red Air Jordan 1 style color blocking. You can make up your own color mixture with these things and it'll be amazing. Now, as far as the white leather is concerned, that is the better quality of the two, at least in my opinion. You can actually see like how thin the coating is, like that polyurethane top layer on top of the leather. So it allows you to see the texture of the leather just a little bit underneath it without having to really do anything. Then the more that you touch it and that you move it, you can really see that it is a nice thin coat. And again, it looks great. Anyways, everything that you like on the Air Jordan 1 is still here. Nylon tongue, simple Nike Air logo on the tongue tab, enlarged wing logo, as well as the slightly enlarged swoosh. Obviously, this is not quite like the 1985 original. That's more in line with what they offer with the 85 versions of the shoe. You know, Jordan Brand gotta make all that money, throw in that net. Oh, sorry, that was a pole, but you know, I'm going fishing anyways, trying to catch everything, all the money. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'd recommend going true to size. Whatever you typically wear in your Air Jordan 1s, that's what I would go with. The comment section is a little iffy as far as the overall fit of Air Jordan 1s is concerned, or as far as any shoe is concerned, but especially these. Some people go up half a size, some people go down half a size. I personally just go true to size. It's usually the safest option. So that's what I would recommend, but feel free to sound off below and let everybody know what you think down below in the comment section. Now, as far as today's question of the day, how did I start it? I already forgot.
It would have been better.
There you go. So in history, finish the sentence. It would have been better if, like throw out a couple, it would have been better ifs.
Off the top of my head.
Off the top, what do you expect these people to do? The same thing.
They get to sit there and marinate on it before they type.
Yeah, but we don't know that. Like it would have been better if Splinter didn't throw Shredder in the back of that dumpster or like the garbage truck. And it would have been even better if Casey Jones didn't go, oops, because then it would have made more sense for Secret of the Ooze had he come back.
It would have been better if Daredevil was an actual likable character and I wasn't rooting for the Kingpin the entire first 2 seasons.
That sounds like a you problem, okay? Yeah. Jeez. It would have been better if Draymond didn't hit LeBron in the nuts. Maybe we would have won a chip that year.
It would have been better if Draymond could just calm his tits.
That's a life thing, not a standard like would have been better if thing. So there's a couple of examples. Feel free to finish it off. Like it would have been better if Jordan Brand didn't ruin half of its catalog with shitty retros. But anyway, sound off below and have fun with that one. I think that that's probably a good one. That might be our best one yet as far as engagement. Click away.
I don't know. People really like talking about their sandwiches.
I actually love that. And somebody tried to say that the hot dog was a taco.
I love their example as to why, because it's surrounded on 3 sides.
Yeah, like, and people were mad at me that I said that, and I said I didn't make the rules, because I didn't. If you Google, it's a hot dog is a sandwich. Google tells you, technically, it's not me. I think just a hot dog's a hot dog.
No, there's a thing I saw on Instagram once where it's a way, this guy uses it in his classrooms as a icebreaker.
That question?
No, it's, well, kind of. And I wish I could remember the 3, but it's all of our food items, anything we can consume, can either land as in it's a soup, a sandwich, or and I cannot remember what the 3rd one is, but like how cereal is technically a soup.
What's a salad? A soup?
That's the thing. I wish I could remember the 3rd one, but maybe.
Because I mean, it's drenched in dressing. So, so is pasta a soup?
Maybe. Like I said, I wish I could remember the 3rd one. And he said it's a great way to get his, I don't even know if they were like young kids, high schoolers, or
just
college
get their brain
kids.
going.
Yeah, and like not so self-conscious. Instead of going around the room being like, give me a fun fact about you. And then everybody's not paying attention to anybody else because they're too busy focused on what stupid thing am I gonna share about myself.
Gotcha. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Yes, I know it's just another pair of 1s in another colorway, but hey, according to the analytics, you guys like this. But thank you guys so much for everything. We greatly appreciate it. We will hang out with you guys next time. So until then, have a good one. Oh, and just in case you're wondering where this badass hoodie came from, Shoe Palace finally made a collab that I wanted to buy, and I bought almost all of it.